Timer complete.
Hello everyone and good evening and welcome to Sean Morley's Infinite Timeline. Am I broadcasting audio? It looks like yes. Hello everyone, hello Josie Russell, hello Albert, hello Harry Hardy, hello Maggie FB Gay, hello Good Pete. Anyone else? Hello Mighty Fighty. Welcome to the timeline. Hello, Mr. Pump and Froth. I'm not mumbling. I've come to the conclusion that I enunciate incredibly well. Hello, Bread Santa. Hello, Red Quixote. Hello, Josie Hypatia. Welcome in. Get comfortable. Sit comfortably. Hot drinks at the ready. We're in for a good evening of date-based game show-ish semi-competitive play. So funny how the closed caption spells username as my actual name. Username. What hot drinks are we having? Malt. Dark, viscous malt. Are you allowed to put petrol in the microwave these days? Do people want to go on the TV? I know the TV is often very popular. You often don't really get enough time on it to get it out of your system, just the way I like it. Egg. 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 I think this machine is getting worse at recognizing my voice. I can actually look at a readout of what it thinks I'm saying, and it's just said the word 8 is unrecognized. Egg. Thinks I'm saying 8. Hello, Natalie. Congratulations on 23 months. Thank you very much. Almost at the 2-year mark. Egg. Egg. I'm not saying 8. I'm saying egg. 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 Now it thinks I've said 8th gear and endure. Just to let everyone know, there are some new features, not massively exciting, but there is now random number generator, RNG, and then just put the range in, which I made principally so that I could make a random date generator for tonight, which we'll be using to generate random dates. So random date generator, lowest year, highest year, and it can just find you a date between those. And I have, well, as ever, you won't really get a chance to watch it. There is also a new variant on the question and answer system, which is just for numerical questions. How many minutes would you like to watch the TV? This is a numerical question, so it has a slightly different syntax. You can plus or minus, but only significant figures. So you have to do question mark, plus or minus, and then either 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Oh, it's not working. Oh, it is. People just weren't quite getting the syntax right. It's just question mark, and I can't. Yeah, it does work, right? If I was to do -1, yeah, could. Good. Egg. So, Albert, is this working the way you intended? Because you gave me the idea that it should work this way, and I just don't quite see that it's as immune to mucking around. It seems just as bad as the other one. It only accepts significant figures. So a lot of the people who aren't getting their thing through, it oh, hang on. It's not supposed to say number there. It hasn't updated. Let me force update that. Syntax should say 1, 10, 100, 1,000 or 10,000. Those are the numbers it accepts, no others. If the answer is a minus, does that mean the TV has to watch us? I think it means that we're like in debt. We've got like a TV watching debt, and we'd have to, every time that we want to watch TV at the beginning of a stream, we just are using that time to clear the debt, but we don't get to see the TV. So when you think you've got the right answer, just feel free to lock that. I'm not sure how you've gotten such a high number. I guess people have just been adding the highest possible. Okay, well, when you think you've got the right number, just lock it in. Okay, I should just try and find out how long that is. How long is 20331112401 minutes in hours? In days, I'll put in days. Okay. And how long is that in years? I think days was the wrong question. There's no space between lock and exclamation mark. Yeah, okay, so currently the amount there would require us to watch the TV continuously for 212 years. So I just want you to really think about your answer here, because that's quite a long time, and we'd die, wouldn't we? We'd die. We'd die before we get to move on. Egg. Okay, well, I see that there's just a war. We've missed BAP June, exactly. Hello, Ed Fiasco. We're just working out how long we want to have a go on the TV. Egg. Oh. Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bell. I love seeing new faces in the chat. And I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength. Thank you, Imperial, for that welcome bell. Luna only accepts the numbers displayed at the bottom. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Same goes to you, Natalie. It only accepts significant figures. But of course, you're welcome to express yourself in any way that you like. I'm only letting you know what the program will accept. It actually works with that number. Oh, I know that, Albert. I just thought it would take people longer to realise. No, because it makes a little noise when it accepts an input, and I don't think it's accepting yours, Luna. It just accepted Josie's. It just accepted Josie's. It just accepted Josie's. Didn't accept Luna's, and I think accepted Brad and Josie's, and then accepted Josie's, and then accepted Josie's. Didn't accept Maggie's because it's not a multiple of 10. And then I don't think it accepted Imperials or a good peaks. I think they're too high. How was the top digit going up? People are putting in very large multiples of 10. Is this definitely in base 10? Yep. Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, but the upper bound is larger than I stated. I just didn't think people would do it, you see. I just didn't think they'd do it. Anyway, whenever you think you've gotten the amount of minutes you'd like to watch telly for, just let me know. Keep in mind, I tend to keep the streams not a lot longer than 2 hours. So if you do, for example, say we want to watch the telly for 1,000 years straight, I'm probably still going to only stream for... Okay, let me just check how long this is. Okay. How long is 1855611034428 minutes in years? Okay, it's just thinking. Okay. 1855611034428 minutes is equal to 353,046 years. Okay. How many human lifetimes is that? The average human lifespan is around 72 years. Therefore, 353,046 years is equal to 4,898 human lifetimes. So, yeah, we probably should just get started. Okay, so... Oh, God! Can you not scare my son, please? Because he'll scare you right back. Can you please not scare my son? Leave him outside. Stop it! Can you not scare him? Because he scares me. I've got to live in here with him. So I'd mind you. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Let Crinston live outside. Leave him. Leave him. He's a good lad, but obviously you're causing him to rage. Well, it's not me, is it? It's not me. Why would anyone have cause to say, just don't rile up my child? Every stream at the beginning, I say, don't rile up my child. And then someone comes in and they upset my son, and now I'm being blamed. I'm trying to protect my little landlord boy from the slings and arrows of cruel misfortune. Child is right. Well, yeah, mate, I've got a riled child. I've got a wild, riled child. And how's that? Okay, I might be a bad dad, but do I love him? No. But I'm trying my best.
Egg.
Okay, timer. Did you let him play Kaplunk? No, the Kaplunk's in with me. He's got Screwball Scramble. Okay, so... Let's just see if it accepts this.
Egg.
Okay. Timer. Stop watching TV.
Call open.
Okay. Let's head over. Let's head over to the lounge. Falls in the chat, please, for... God, what is it called? Activate television. There we go. The TV is yours. Enjoy your 4,000 human lifetimes.
Everyone, meet my
Absolute
boyfriend,
nonsense.
Jake.
What's up, everyone?
What is all over your feet?
Oh, your flowers. I study botany, so...
Oh, you're a plant guy. Resting dad face back.
Zoek nu producten met schitterende reviews voor scherpe prijzen op alles wat je nodig hebt op Amazon.nl.
Ja, daar komen ze
Dave, it's just a lot of... It's just all gone wrong, Jam.
Hello,
It's
my
all
name
gone
is
wrong. I'm not shouting, I'm just passionate.
Egg. Hello, my name is Ben Williams, and inside the shed...
I'll try and refresh the cache, see if that will help us.
Down then. We're off to the airport. How's LA been?
Been alright. You've got white. Mark.
Is this really what you want? Is this really what you want?
In this video, I'm going to be sharing why landlords are screwed in 2023. If you are a landlord
In 2023, screwed.
Hello, my name is Ben Williams, and inside the shed, there's an old Samsung TV.
Oh, Benoft. Sorry, wait for this to stop. You need to do TV and then just the code. That's 100% going to be copyrighted, so I'm going to have to pause that. Yeah, if you see how everyone else, they're just putting in that little code. I may also have.
Hello,
I
my name
may
is
also have sub-paywalled it because I got rightly told that it was possibly going to lead me to trouble if I let any random Twitch viewer send a thing.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish,
Probably no one has a copyright on that.
Hello,
See,
my name is
normally
Ben Williams,
the
and
TV
inside the shed,
is not a very important part of the stream. Normally it doesn't
there's
take
an old
4,000
Samsung
years.
TV, and I'm gonna
But
smash it.
it's just a small thing we do.
Shit. Oh Christ, what an explosion it made. I'll just zoom the camera onto the wreckage.
I think it's actually showing a love of TV. It's a good cutaway.
Horse racing.
Okay, the point that Richard's making is you're using these big spectaculars, and of course they're global events. But actually, truth is, Nathan McGovern,
Oh no, what's happened here? I don't know what's happened there.
Because I'm a normal person. Now, I'm not a Conservative MP, right? And it's just like, just being...
Nice. Eamon Holmes tells all in unique 3-part interview series. It took the 4 and 4,000 got to 4. Of course it did. Who was this? Is this Harry? For some reason, sometimes they don't load up properly. Will the telly ever gain an ad blocker? Well, the way that it's like a browser built into OBS. That's how it sends the URLs into it. So I wouldn't know how to begin trying to ad block it. I mean, I'd love to, don't get me wrong. It's something to look into, wouldn't it be a lot better?
Winner is this.
Egg. Oh, I would not say no if you know the way. So I've... Ooh, the winner is no. Okay, well, let's stop soon then. It's exclamation mark TV, I think, Albrock. Curiously, I've changed the polls so they give a numerical breakdown of the voting. But I'm confident they must be wrong because they're giving percentage points of a vote, which they shouldn't do. They shouldn't be doing that. Wish I could see this. Yeah, you're right.
Penis, 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 anus. Oh no! Fuck it. Fuck, 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 fuck it, fucking stop! Gaping buttholes. And then, lo and behold, I had an orgasm.
New poll?
Penis, penis, penis,
New poll
penis,
here?
penis, 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 penis,
Let
penis,
no one
anus.
doubt my commitment to democracy.
Penis, 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 anus. Oh no!
I've no idea how it does this all the time. I could try refreshing the cache. I don't know.
Egg.
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 Poll closed.
Hello, my name is Ben Williams, and inside the shed there's an old Samsung TV, and I'm going to smash it.
It was very close.
Shit.
It's also for some reason keeping old poll options in there. I'm not sure why. Okay, looks like TV time has run its course. No. What's it called? Deactivate TV. Banish television. Okay, we've had our fun with the television. We've had activate desk mode. We've had our fun with the television. I think it's been a lot of fun, but now it's time to think about the heady world of dates and the entirety of human history. That's a shame, Luna. It felt a bit shorter than 4,000 years. Yes, it got overturned by democracy. You can always do a second referendum. Yeah, I think I know how to fix that. So the problem is that these errors always really show their face when I'm streaming, and I never forget to make a note of them. Okay, let's get back to the timeline. Exit desk mode. Exit desk mode. Exit desk mode. Stop desk mode. Deactivate desk mode. Exit
Egg.
desk mode.
Egg.
Exit desk mode.
Egg. Egg.
What's it looking for here? Oh, end. End desk mode. End desk mode. Oh my days. It does say oog. It does say oog right here. It should also say twitch.tv/Albrot as well to show my new status as sponsor. All right, let's go and take a little look at the timeline as it stands. As ever, the The night hole will be opening now. If anyone wants to timeline along, I wonder where. That's the landlord hole. The time hole. The time hole is open on the Discord if anyone wants to be on the couch and be part of the home team tonight. I wonder how to end that timer. I don't think there's a way to override it. I don't think I ever considered this might happen. Timer, how would I do that? I bet there'll be a way. Can I like reset a button? Yeah, how do I do that? How do I reset you? Oh, I guess I could just reset the whole of OBS and then it'll let me do it, probably. Timer is 0.1. Let's enjoy our lives. Yeah, cool. All right.
Timer complete.
Here is the timeline. I've beautified it a little bit. Starts over here. I think it looks nice. It's a bit clearer. What I've also done as well is if you do !Smith for Sean Morley's Infinite Timeline, the new Miro link that lets you come and look at the timeline yourself now has commenting enabled. So as much as you're not able to alter anything on the timeline, you can leave comments. So if you've got any feedback on the events, how they've been described, events you'd like to see in the future, you could just put them in there, or you could add them to the Smith category. !Add Smith, like Brent Santa's just done there. Aliens first visit Earth. So that's a comment just popped up there. Someone's head has exploded. I also am soliciting. Oh, we have our first couch member, the returning team captain. It is, of course, Robbie Williams and Paddy McGuinness and a good Pete. I see a lot of reacting being done here, but are you not allowed to leave actual comments? Is that all you can do? You leave a nasty comment? Oh, hello.
Hi. I sound all right. I've been having, very, very far north.
How is the sound coming through for everyone else? It sounds good to me. Thank you, PD. We got a surprising amount of positive feedback. It was a big left turn for the podcast. People liked it. Luna's left the comment poo just in the middle of nowhere. So already I can tell maybe it's not going to be used incredibly productively, but it is there.
Sounds like Pete always sounds. Is that saying that it's fine, or that I always sound awful?
I think given that it's followed up with maybe disconnect, I think it is a not so veiled insult.
But Harry's doing a funny joke there about how I don't sound like Robbie Williams. A joke.
Maggie's now brought it in with a more sincere criticism of your mic technique.
Oh, I am. Yeah, Maggie. To be fair, I am always away from the mic. When I'm streaming, I've got very bad mic technique. That's true. In terms of criticism of my streaming, that's the thin end of the wedge, isn't it?
Jennifer Mars has left the comment F on Terry Wogan dying on January 31st, 2016. I didn't think that comment would be permanent. I don't know if it will be. No, well, it's Terry's highly visible. Permanent. And someone, I was going to say someone's reacted to it with love hearts, but it is Luna again. It looks like it's me and you for the time being, but the couch is open.
I'll just stand behind it though, if that's all right.
Luna, if you'd like, I probably can destroy your comment. I'd rather not, though. I'd rather keep all the comments here. So I've come up with a new round, and then we can just play that round until we get bored of it, and then we can just do old rounds again.
We might have company.
Yeah, someone's coming in.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you. Who will be joined by?
It's Ed. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Ed.
Hello, Ed.
You do not have to go to the trouble of doing this, but it is possible for you to have a little thing like Pete has that reacts to his voice. You do not have to.
I am aware of that, but I'm quite a boomer now, it seems, in regards to these sorts of things. So if it's in any way complicated, I won't do it.
It is in any way complicated, so you're happy just to be a voice. That's good. Are you a fan of dates?
Yes, aren't we all?
Not
When
necessarily.
You say date, do you mean times, the big raisins, or going out with someone?
Oh, I don't mind. I actually don't care. They're all good in my book. A date's like a dried version of a different thing.
Almost certain that's true. Yeah.
Cool.
Is it like a plum, maybe?
Yeah,
Fruit could be a
know.
fruit. Going to ask ChatGPT.
Buzz Josie's just subscribed to that 18th month. Add subscriber Josie Stripe. Congratulations, Buzz Josie, on your 18th month, and thank you very much. So what I would like to try as a round is we use the new. Oh yes, sorry, Buzz Jones, you've just arrived, but there is new work for you to do because there's new features. We're going to use the random date generator to generate a date, and us as the couch, as the team. Hello, I think we're joined by Josie.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Josie.
Good day
Hello.
to you.
I've just I'm gonna say, but I also just came in because the date, the fruit, are the fruit of the date palm tree, so they're their own fruit.
Their own fruit.
Right.
Who's learning on this stream?
And figs, are they a dried thing or are they their own fruit?
They're their own fruit. We've got a fig tree in our garden. They're definitely their own thing.
Because they look old, don't they? They look like an old geezer.
Really weird. I think I saw somewhere that figs are made out of dead wasps, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's just a double of wasps. Yeah.
Is that where you saw it from the last line of
From
chat?
Red.
I think that some, not all types of fig have a wasp as part of the process of forming the fruit, of pollinating the flower to make the fruit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started with our first round. I'm going to roll a random date between 1900 and this year. And it's our job on the couch as Team A to come up with the closest event we can think of to that date. Chat has to do the same. And we'll see who gets closest. It's like darts.
What?
Okay.
It's just like darts, yeah.
It's just like darts.
What range are you going to use, John? Is it the entirety of history?
It's going to be 1900 to 2023, but after that, winner chooses the range.
Okay.
So the first random date range will be from 1900 to 2023. It's like darts, yeah. It's about accuracy.
It's just like darts. Closest to the middle wins, right?
Well, I'm going to type it out, but I'm naming this round this to try and get the best of dates and darts. So we're looking for the 9th of March 2005.
I can. The neatest thing I could think of is a country chose their song for Eurovision in that year, on that date, for the 2005 contest. Probably Sweden. It'd probably be Sweden chose their song for Eurovision, maybe. Who knows?
Oh, I should stipulate, PD, I don't think you can choose an event that is linked to your own personal history or personal timeline. It should be something unaffiliated to you personally, I think.
A historical event.
Or just an event, I don't know what counts as historical.
Or an event.
What event occurred closest to the 9th of March 2005.
What even happened in 2005?
What happened in 2005?
It was Hurricane Katrina 2005.
Yeah. Hurricane Katrina. It wasn't also the... Didn't we have a general election in 2005? Well, that'd be May, wouldn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, maybe. Hang on.
I was just thinking of
no, I think it was a 2010 election, wasn't there?
But that's why there was one in 2005, wasn't there? Wasn't that Tony Blair
Could
and
well
Gordon
be.
Brown coming?
I don't.
Again.
It could well have been.
Poultry? YouTube. Oh.
Yeah, at the moment they've got UW 50 Cent, so I'm not quite sure what they're going for here.
Did you dub 50 Cent, Sean?
Pardon?
I know you
50 Cent release a song called UW. YouTube 50 Cent. Did 50 Cent post a video on YouTube on that day?
Well, yeah, I mean, if they do lock in YouTube 50 Cent, is it on us to look up if anything that relates those two things together? I don't think YouTube was well established enough for someone like 50 Cent to look twice at it.
But it probably would have been on there, like he would have had a video on there. But that's not a historical event, is it?
I think this might be a lock for us. So, YouTube 50 Cent. Okay. When did 50 Cent upload their first YouTube video? Do any of you in the chat know what you mean by this?
Another thought. I think when did the Pope die? Because I reckon that's
the first YouTube video was on April 23rd, 2005. So I'll let you have that. That's quite close.
That is quite
close.
Oh, they are two separate things. What, you've just fit two guesses in there?
You can't have two answers.
And what's the other thing?
50 Cent? What 50 Cent existed?
What did 50 Cent do, if anything, in March 2005?
This when the 50 cent coin was invented. Before that, you couldn't. You just had to do a full dollar. Oh, maybe 50 Cent was number one.
Number one in, yeah.
What date?
Mighty Fighty saying Candy Shop, which actually does sound, I'd imagine, it's a song around that time.
When did 50 Cent... Okay, so they're asking about when did Candy Shop become number one? Stop. When did Candy Shop become number one in the US?
When was Candy Shop selected as Sweden's Eurovision song?
Sure. The chat answer thing down, so I can't see the screen.
Yeah. Numerical question.
That is a thing about this stream.
Oh God. Numerical question done, and question done.
The 5th of March. Oh my God.
On the 5th of March. Okay, so actually, it's more like bowls. It's more like bowls. That's how close they've got.
It is more like bowls. Yeah.
Can we get closer than that? Josie, your Eurovision knowledge is probably.
I mean, that's probably the obvious, because typically Sweden choose their song at like early March. In 2005, yeah, it would work. It makes sense. But I don't know if it'd be close enough.
Yeah,
it's hard to get close enough. They're very close.
Very, very tough. What I wasn't expecting was for them to. Firstly, it's kind of a cheat to put two things in, but secondly, I'm just. Do you know what it was? Mighty Fighty who is always doing the trick of just putting their answer right at the end of the 20 character limit. Just got to write 50 Cent, and people were like, "Yep, sure." Hello, Josie, the other Josie.
Hi there, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you, Josie, yes.
Just going to do some jostling around so that everyone's borderline visible.
I might also be jostling around, so I apologise if there's any funny noises, but I have finished doing the washing up, so there'll be no flowing water.
That's okay. I don't think we'd even
I mean,
mind any flowing water.
Well, it could be triggering for some people, Sean, and I have to be careful.
Yeah, the drowned.
A week of bladder.
Josie Hypatia, do you know of any events that happened between March the 5th to March the 9th, 2005?
I feel like that might have been during a period of my life when I wasn't entirely aware of the world around me.
Mm.
Yeah. We're talking early 20s.
Yeah.
This is my problem as well. These were prime raving days, unfortunately, so there's not a lot.
Oh, hold on. When did my first album come out?
It can't be related to your own personal.
Oh, okay.
Different name, though.
What's the date we're aiming for?
March the 9th, 2005. What's an AGT, Buzz Jonesy?
No.
All Josie team.
Oh, no, the couch, the thing is that the members of the couch can always be shrunk. The more people on the
join
couch,
us,
the more
Josie.
even the team.
Join us.
Triple Josie, powerful.
We've been wanting this for 3 years.
We could have a triple Josie front row with support from the lads. That'd be lovely.
From the
Yeah. Triple Josie with hard lads and doing support.
There are bouncers.
That's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, to have bouncers.
Yeah, is that good?
We need to lock in an answer. Josie, do you reckon? What's your guess? Sweden picks their song for the Eurovision?
I guess. I mean, it's difficult because, like I said, they've chosen their song in early March for a while now, but I don't know exactly if they did that in 2005. It could be risky, but I know that in 2005 the final, because it's normally like the last song chosen for Eurovision has to be before the head of delegation meeting. That's like a month before the contest, and the contest that year was mid-May, so it would work out time-wise. And Sweden's normally like one of the last countries to choose their song.
I for one, second Josie's expertise. I will lock in Josie's Eurovision-based answer.
Okay. We've got nothing better. If it doesn't work out, it's you at least had an answer. The rest of us have absolutely nothing. So what am I searching for? When did Sweden choose?
So put in the Melodifestivalen final 2005.
Okay. When was the Melody Festivalen 2005 final?
Final, yes.
Okay. Oh God!
Oh God!
Oh,
sorry, I'm out.
What's happening over there?
Caroline?
I don't think that's me.
Certainly.
Oh! I think I'm closer. Am I? By 3 days.
Hang on, what was theirs? The
12th.
5th?
Yeah, the 5th.
Theirs was the 5th.
Yeah, you're right.
And we're closer.
And that's 4 days.
Yeah.
We win.
I think we won.
Well done, Josie. That's really good.
Oh yeah, fair play to Josie's specialist skills.
That's incredible.
2 answers.
Wow.
I'm going to add these 3 new dates onto the timeline, and need to make some room around here.
Did we remember to record the scores this time? I think that was an error we made
Can I
last
delegate that to someone?
Yeah, how can it be done? Do we update the
apologies for
activity
that.
thing?
Just write it down. Just remember it.
Yeah, I can just remember.
Someone could update the activity ticker.
They could.
Or is that being used for the dates?
Yeah.
I'm sometimes using that for the dates because I feel like that needs to be on display in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I can just remember the scores. 1.
Feels like this is rife for an inquiry in the future.
It does. I could just write it down on a new text thing. Hang on. Let me just... Maybe the simplest
Sometimes
thing.
play another game, which is Secret, and I am notorious for not being able to keep track of the scores.
Yeah, okay, let's... And then... And I'll just call this scores. And I'll just move it down here. And we'll just say couch 1, chat 0. That's where we're at. Oh, a magpie just landed on our balcony. It looked great.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
I think you used it just to kick off. Just went on, hopped, turned around 180 degrees, went off again.
So yeah, bounces.
Like a wall jump.
Yeah, like a wall jump, yeah.
He's speed running.
Okay, March the 5th, 2005. 50 cents Candyland hits #1 in the US. I guess there'll be an image associated with that somewhere. 50 cent. While I'm doing this, do you want to discuss between yourselves what date range you think would suit?
It's Candy Shop, Sean.
Oh.
I'm disappointed that the cover of the single isn't a picture of him licking one of those giant circular lollipops.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be very candy oriented. Although here he's pouring milk on some women who are coming out of a vat.
I think Candyland was a Judge John Jerkins track.
I'm just saying, you know, there's like a sort of sexually confection coded backup dancer energy. And then
So let me get this right. Are we now choosing a range of dates, yeah? Or are we choosing a single date?
you're choosing a range. What date range do you want the next date to be pulled from?
Oh, okay. So the randomizer is going to... Okay, got it.
We could pick the 2010s, or we could pick
the 15th century
BC to whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You've also got to think, what do you think chat by and large won't know that you're more likely to know?
I think what they don't know about is history. But if I wind them up, they will just Google
bear in mind,
it, so
neither do I know anything.
Yeah, neither do I.
Oh yeah, I also don't. So
let's shoot ourselves in the foot.
I'm happy to go back in time. I'm happy to get some.
Yeah.
We got a lot of space at the top of the timeline.
Yeah.
Can we have a look at the timeline and see where we're missing events?
Yeah, sure. Hello, Chris Delamere. Thank you very much for following the channel. Please feel free to play along in the chat. You are in the chat team in tonight's game. Can you have a link for the couch making avatar? Yes, I should somehow put this on.
Find it.
Yeah,
and for Ed's information, making one of these little talking people is a lot easier than you would think. Even I could do it.
It's easier than it first appears, isn't it?
All right, let's have a link.
Okay, link going into the chat now. Hello, Chris Delamere. You will, Chris, like everyone else, you are very welcome to join the couch if you want to play on the couch team. If we call, I'll say a long time ago begins at 0 AD. And so before that, we only have 3 events. Cleopatra, voluntary dying at the hands of an asp. The Beaker folk arrive onto the landmass later called Britain, and the Great Pyramids are completed.
May I make a woke request, Sean?
Yeah, woke away.
At some point, can you update your ADs and BCs to being CE and BCE?
No, people don't really use that. It never took
I
off.
use that, Sean. Well,
I thought the historians have kind of
society,
dropped
Sean.
it now. I thought there was a time when historians were trying to get people to do it, but it's sort of failed. It's like Esperanto, absolutely worthy cause, but it hasn't really. It didn't take.
Be the change you want to see in the timeline, Sean.
All right, I'll just do it with because I've got not as many BCs.
Not for now.
There you go. You got BCE. That woke enough?
Yeah, we need to topple the monotheistic
that should
practice
be
of history.
Yeah, need to destroy
sorry,
God.
I'm looking at it weird.
Okay, have you picked your date range? The one task I gave you while I was. The one job? You doing one job?
My suggestion is the 15th century.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. Which is the
I'm happy with that.
1400s, Sean.
Yeah, 1400 to 1499.
Thank you guys. Guys. Hang on, let me get Melody Festivalen 2005.
What was that guy's? The guy who did its name. What was his name? Who won it?
Guy did it.
I don't. It's called Las Vegas. That's what the song was called.
Martin something.
Martin Stenmark. That's it. Or just get the old logo up.
I was thinking of you earlier today, Josie, because I was listening to a podcast about the history of language in relationship to Eurovision.
Oh, what? You gotta link me to this podcast. That sounds amazing.
It's the Allusionist, which is Helen Zaltzman's podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
She did 2 episodes last month about Eurovision.
Oh wow! I gotta listen to this.
So you want the 15th century, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, hello. Who's here?
I would guess maybe Josie.
Oh, she's muted, but
yeah, Josie's
the
straight.
third Josie is struck.
Josie is just onboarding.
Yeah.
Third Josie has hit the chat.
Okay, all Josie team inbound. Let me add the new.
I'm more than happy to be canonically not the team.
Just gonna give this a flip. No, because you asked for the 15th century, so we require you to be here now to bail us out of that.
Hey, Josie. I think Josie wanted the 15th century. I don't know. I'm happy to be here, but canonically, I think there should be an all Josie team with just.
You can be an honorary Josie adjunct. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
HJA in the chat for honorary Josie adjunct.
Does that include me, Paddy, and Robbie Williams?
Our church is broad.
And Ed. You and Ed are honorary post.
Does love angels.
Okay, rolling a random date between 1400. Oh, Josie, Buzz Josie, are you here?
Saw the bee flicker.
Oh.
Well, hopefully it'll resolve itself.
Hello.
Random date. Yes, hello.
Oh, yes, you are. Just a little bit quiet.
Oh.
You muted?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can hear you through the stream, but not through Discord. It's this again.
Oh, you had Discord problems last time.
Ooh.
Well, if you want to troubleshoot, we're happy to keep you on the line until things are resolved. But in the present, I'm going to be rolling a random date between 1400 and 1500.
Fingers crossed for 1492, guys.
What do you know? Well, okay.
Wow, poo.
Okay.
Oh, God.
June 1425. Why have you done this?
I know one event in the 14th. Hang on, what's the deal here? Did the chat pick first? Because then we shouldn't say, should we?
No, we should. Okay, question. What happened nearest to the 9th of June, 1425?
It's annoying because last week I did genuinely look up stuff that happened in the 15th century just to put as like a thing, and I've completely forgot everything.
Oh, I know a couple of quite famous events that are slightly either side of this.
Even just for like, how do you make suggestions? Jamba, the new syntax is you add one character at a time. It says at the bottom, question mark, then the position, and then the character. People answer one character at a time. And then when you collectively think the question has been answered, you just do exclamation mark lock, and that starts locking the answer in. We've got potpourri.
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 Pope
heresy?
To the invention of potpourri.
Oh, it could be Pope heresy.
That's not even how it's spelled.
Pope per year 6.
Pope Henry VI.
I think once again they're trying to double dip their answers, but they're writing them in the same space. So I think it's probably Henry VI and something to do with the Pope.
In their defence,
Henry
they aren't communicating with each other, are they? They're all just trying to write their own answer.
Yes, but nothing is stopping them from communicating with each other and then writing it in once they've agreed with each other. No one tells them that they have to quickly
jam in the word bomb or whatever. Yeah.
Well, no one's told them to do that, you know.
I think I know what events some people know of.
I've got a thought. Which are we going to wait till the
I think we should,
chat
because
has
otherwise
made their
we're the answers, aren't we?
Okay, yeah.
I think
Pop and Henry.
I don't know what they're on about with the Pope.
Do you think it should be read
Pope
for like
and Henry VI? That's clever.
Would you think the N should be read like a contraction of and?
Yeah,
like
that's what I was thinking.
Pope and Henry. It's like a Chaz and Dave kind of Pope and Henry VI.
Century.
It's saying Chaz and Dave were had a US #1 with Pope and Henry VI.
Is that going to be Crown? Is that Crown? Cron.
Henry
Pope and Henry VI Cron.
Well, there's a guy called THC Ron.
THC Ron comes much later.
Crown. There we go.
THC Ron is the ambassador for a certain weed distribution company.
I like the idea that Pope and Henry VI had a double crowning.
I'm here.
Josie, hi.
Good day to you. Hello. It's been 3 years and we finally have an all Josie team.
It's been ages.
We have formed the Josie Voltron.
AJTs.
Currently, it does say Dope and Henry VI crown, and if that does go through, Dope and Henry VI, I'm not going to look up Pope. If you're hoping for a Pope search when you've given me Dope and Henry VI,
would it count for them if Dope's still there and the word dope existed at this time? Like you can find the etymology and it says dope existed in 1425.
But what am I? Is that an event that there is a word? I need
that
a
it was
date.
notified. Yeah,
the kind of the invention of opium in China, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think the existence of a word can be an event.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, because you could be like, the shard. Okay, so the shard exists between then and then. How does that play into this date-based darts? Date bowls.
It has to be one event, right, as well. It can't just be anything that's related to any words they type in.
Yeah, it can't be like an ongoing thing. Like, we can't have the Cold War. It has to be like done and dusted.
Also, you're not
before
just
the
going to
sun
look
goes
up
down.
Henry and then Pope, and then if something happened with a Henry or something happened with a Pope, you just take the nearest one.
Well, that's how I felt it was going with 50 Cent.
Yeah. That's a dangerous game, isn't it? Because then you just type in an infinite number of different things.
See, they were really close before with Henry
Yeah.
the
Hang on,
Sixth
they've
Crown.
gone the other way now, right? They've gone because they seem to be going from he crowned to that he's died.
Oh, that's what they're going for. Died.
Things have really turned for Henry VI, haven't they?
Yeah. Either died or was
I mean, it
crowned.
was always difficult being the monarch in those days. It was always difficult, wasn't it?
Maybe he was one of the monarchs that died in the same year he was crowned. Oh, we know.
Maybe they were killed by the crown. It's very heavy.
Yeah.
Put it on upside down, quite pointy.
Fell on it, yeah.
Oh, ouch.
I think Henry VI was. Oh, actually, what am I doing?
Well, I
I'm
remember
getting
I
trivia.
watched the coronation this year. I was
Henry
thinking,
VI
I
died.
think Henry VI was king twice.
I think they're going for Sherry.
Really given up on the.
Died.
Hello,
They had a
Baldy.
good answer. I think they had a good answer with
It
Henry
just looks
VI,
like a
right?
personalised number plate.
Yeah, they were so
Yeah.
close.
I
Whose
feel like we've
number
got
would it be,
a
Ed?
better chance here than these lot. Henry VI.
Henry VI popped.
Henry VI and Pope. They've spent all this
Oh, I thought they were
time
gonna say he
and they've
popped
just
someone.
reversed the order of the original answer.
It did happen to
Neri the
the
Sixth and
Conqueror
Pope.
popped.
It's Nery's and not Henry. Not Henry VI and Pope.
It's very difficult to swim upstream. What I don't see in the chat is people. It's just Q print Jamboard like this. Q print. Yeah, it is. Once you see it like that, it is a bit of a mess, isn't it? But that should give you the instructions for how to start tidying it up.
There's no time limit to this as well. This just goes on until it resolves itself.
Yeah, it resolves when people lock it in. Yeah. What I don't see a lot of, and I'm not saying it will help, but if you don't like the way it's going, rather than try and write over their answers, say, hear me,
Say,
my friends in the chat. Why don't we put
think Henry
this in?
VI popped.
A Henry 60.
William the Conqueror popped.
Well, his vitreous humour popped. Oh no, I'm thinking of that's what. Yeah, the preceding.
What
Is
does
it Harold?
Pop? What does it take to pop? Like
Is it Harold who got the arrow? in the
William the
eye?
Conqueror, when he died, was too big for the casket, the coffin they'd made. So when they tried to cram him in, he'd been left and lots of gases had built up. He exploded.
That's a pop.
He popped.
Did any of them ever drink pop?
Would Henry VI drink pop?
Could Henry VI have had pop? I
We
think
know
there
on
would
the
have been some
timeline
form
when-
of carbonation. I think
I think they would have
carbonation.
had cordials, but I don't know about carbonation.
Egg.
Diet fizzy mead.
Egg.
Yeah.
I think back then, if something was fizzy, that means do not touch. That's very old.
Yeah, it's doing a ferment.
Okay, so we got
Henry
Henry.
James I of Scotland was killed in
Henry
a
the
septic
Sixth.
tank, which is a good fact. A hen. Right, we're getting on to chickens now.
A Henry.
Oh,
Henry
hen.
VI.
Oh, my sex.
Oh, Henry VI. Like, oh, Mash.
No, Luna, if you just give me Henry the Sixth, if you just give me Henry the Sixth, what is that? What am I looking up? What is that? Crowned, I can do. Crowned.
Henry VI did not happen.
Hey, yeah, Henry the Sixth isn't an event; it's a guy.
Oh,
Too
gee,
hard to
Henry.
add anymore.
Just
put crowned. Just put crowned in.
They did
Henry.
have that
It's
at
so
one point.
simple. Just put crown.
Just put crowned in.
That's a very good answer.
Or born if it's shorter.
Yeah, it's easy to put born if you just want an event.
Henry.
Just put dead.
Or Henry.
Queen Henry the Sixth Pope.
Hang on.
We're going back to the Pope.
Are they saying that Henry VI became
please?
Crows.
Henry VI is out of print.
Henry VI. Oops.
Crows Henry.
Crows Henry.
Cod Adams' great grandfather.
Croggan Henry.
Oh God.
Yeah, Croggan Henry.
Okay, so Jambert, what you have done, I think you may have misremembered the syntax. You've now set a new question, which is 20D. Well, the syntax for answering is question mark position character, but the syntax for asking a question, I'm just going to re-establish the question. Question: what happened around 9th June 2025?
I've got a good joke here for the fact that it's Jambod who set that, and that's she set a nat 20 for 20D.
Hey, very good.
Thank you.
It's good.
Crown Henry VI. I will accept that as a coherent date. I will accept that.
Please lock it.
Harry's happy that Blow J Henry got through.
Oh, it's locked.
It is locked.
Yay!
Okay, so let's look up theirs after we've put ours.
Incredible work. Well done, chat. Well done.
I think this is a very good answer.
How long did that take?
I think this is a very good answer. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm worried by this.
Now that
it is, yeah.
Now that they have their answer locked in, Pete, tell us any background. Is 15th century the time of like the Holy Roman Empire?
I'll tell you what, the famous thing from the 15th century is 1415 is Agincourt, which is Henry V.
Okay.
So here's the thing that I remembered, prompted by the recurrence of the word Pope. I thought of Pope Joan, but then I remembered Joan of Arc was around in the early 15th century.
Joan of Arc will be very close as well. Joan of Arc getting burned.
So what was it? Do we think Joan of Arc's? I was thinking Joan of Arc's death. Or one of Joan of Arc's
death.
trials.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think that's a good. I think that would be a good answer, but I think they've got one that's very close. So we need an event that's very close.
The only thing I can think of is, are we in the sort of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle school of painters and paintings around here?
Could be. I don't actually know about. I don't know.
But if no one's got any more detail than that, then we're not.
No, this is not anything tricky, I know anything about.
Can we have Man did a painting?
Like, yeah, paint a Sistine Chapel.
There is a thing that I can't quite remember the name of, but after Henry VI became, because Henry VI was a child when he became Pope. King. Henry VI was a little baby king. So when he became king, I think it was
King.
Did a little war to try and take advantage of a baby being church. They were roundly beaten, but I can't remember what that battle was called. It was something French. It was something like Provence or Crevance.
If you're able to give a description of the event, a description that only could point to that one event, I'll accept it, even if you don't know the name. But you can't be like our war.
There was a battle between, I'm going to say, France and Britain. That was the year after Henry VI became king.
But there've been loads of those, aren't they?
Cravat or Provence.
Did you say cravat?
Yes,
it's the place is. It's a bit like cravat, but I can't remember what it is.
Provence makes more sense because that's an actual place in France.
I just think, given that we're not 100% on what year this will fall on, the fact that we're also not sure what the name of the event is seems like double trouble.
Okay, I will admit I'm stuck on. I've got a one-track mind here. I'm stuck on Joan of Arc, I think she
Joan of
died
Arc death.
in the.
Joan of Arc death.
No. I think she died in the 1430s. I want something a bit earlier than that.
Yeah, I think this is the 1420s.
I think the trial would have been in the late 1420s or early 1430s. I want when she joined a battle, and I think it's the Battle of Orleans. Orleans.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Battle of Orleans.
Orleans, yeah.
Joan of Arc joins the Battle of Orleans.
I think that's what it's called. Orleans is
That's
definitely
a good one. That'll be around this time.
This comes from having watched, I believe, 8 different biopics of Joan of Arc.
Strong
Yeah,
figure.
no. This will be good. This will be.
Are we happy with that? Joan of Arc.
I'm happy with
Orleans?
that.
I'm happy with that.
All right, let's set
Yeah,
towers
let's do it.
first, and then the other way around to like reverse what we did last time. On what date do you want to take a guess at the spelling of the Battle of?
Well, it's Orleans, Orleans.
On what date did Joan of Arc join the Battle of Orleans?
Yeah, I think.
Just thinking. May the 8th, 1429.
Oh, that's not as close as I was hoping.
Oh,
I think
it's still pretty close.
That's close, though.
On what date was Henry VI crowned?
It's going to be 20. It's early 20. They're very close. I think they've won.
November the 6th, 1429. we
What,
just
the 5th?
won.
Holy macaroni!
Do you know why they've lost? It's because he wasn't crowned when he became king. Like King the Sausage King. Now, he wasn't crowned when the Queen died, was he?
Yeah, I remember thinking about that at the coronation. I was thinking, we've been calling this guy the king for ages. Didn't even have a flipping hat.
So I think if you look up when Henry VI became king, it probably is closer than our answer. Actually, the crowning isn't, which is sort of an interesting.
So when did Henry VI technically become king? Yeah.
Let's find out. So that's called the Ascension.
Actually, the thing I was thinking of is probably the reason, isn't it? Because if there was a little battle or a war,
1422.
Yeah, in 1422, they would have been worse.
Oh.
No, they would have been closer.
They would have
No,
won.
they would have won.
No, that would have won. That would have won
by 1 year.
Wow, another.
We're a lot better.
Okay,
4 by
and
3.
when did he become Pope?
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you just check? Can you just check, Sean? When did Henry VI become Pope?
When did Henry VI
when did he
become Pope?
pop?
Just for the sake of argument, when did Henry VI become Pope?
When did he pop?
You can't just say we should have said Pope. What Pope? I'm sorry, but I prefer not to continue this conversation. I'm still learning, so I appreciate your understanding or patience. And then it's forced me to the end of this conversation. Well, we've done very well. I think chat.
Was very good.
I think chat needs to have a big think about how it organises itself. We have far fewer people, but we're able just to talk normally.
Yes, that's true.
That
So
helps.
you would think that the collective minds of chat should just always win. But the problem is that we have a more conventional manner of deciding the answer together.
Yeah.
Chat is kind of like a diving bell and the butterfly scenario.
Yeah, Jambut's right. They are able to do it.
Yeah.
You are actually literally able to communicate in a very conventional way just by typing sentences. You just don't do it.
Just choose not to.
Would Bing have known that, Luna?
I'm going to put these new dates in. I'm going to reassign you the task of picking what our next date range should
6
be.
seconds isn't advantage. Is it?
Oh, are we choosing again?
The winner picks the date range.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Winner stays on.
Unless that turns out to be way too decisive of who wins, in which case that rule will be amended.
I'm happy to go something completely different.
Yeah. Do we
Can we go a bit newer?
Yeah, let's go newer.
Something that benefits. Do we think we're older than the average person in chat?
what are you saying, Sean? But I mean, yes.
I think we do
would
trend a
suspect
little
that
bit
is the
older.
case, very much.
I think, with the exception of one of the Josies, I think we are all
I'm the
relatively
Babir.
mature.
Yeah, me, the young honorary Josie.
However,
90s or 80s.
Aren't we all speaking? Maybe I'm not so sure about Pete, but I think I can say for me, Josie, Hypatia, and Ed will have no memories left between 20 and 25.
Yes, that is very true. Yeah,
that's.
I'd go even earlier than that. I think you need a cut off for me from about 1998 through to probably about 2010.
Yeah,
Should
so
we do-
there are certain times where it'll be awful for us to pick that date range. Hello, Phil.
I was going to do 9.
Yeah.
Welcome to this dates and sort of history game show. Does someone here want to explain the format?
God, I don't know if I even understand it myself.
It's a big question, that.
No, it's simple and accessible. This is one of the simple and accessible formats
We
I've come up
we
with.
are trying to document the complete history of the planet Earth purely through the medium of guesswork.
Competition.
We've got too big on the explanation there, haven't we?
And chat have to approach this sort of like a man trying to use Wikipedia wearing oven gloves.
That's true.
The game aspect is that we have a date, and both the couch, that's as you can see on the screen, as one team, and the chat, which is everybody in chat, as the other team, have to pick an event that's closest to that date, and the closest event wins a point. Unfortunately, chat is hindered in its communication by only being able to use Sean's single character at a time selection communication answering a question tool, which is why you can currently see Envision Crown Henry VI, which was remarkably coherent. They did very well with that one. And we've also just established that they can talk to each other in the chat as well. They just don't.
There is a sort of lone wolf mentality.
Are we 90s kids?
So I would say the bit of history when I was most keen to absorb the information would have started in about 1989 through to probably about 1997.
Well, I just was a child, but I also keenly.
Yeah.
I have ways of working things out based on like.
Yeah, that's like the things that you remember are tied to particular years in
Anchored,
school or your GCSEs, your A levels. After you've got through those, everything is just a continuous grind.
Becomes a blob, yeah.
I'd be happy to. I mean, for me, I think the stuff I can probably remember the best would be like mid-90s to mid-noughties. Those were my like heading into teenage, heading into key stage 3 or whatever, heading into secondary school.
So how small?
Shall we have a turn of the millennium range then?
What, like 95 to 2000 or beyond?
Should we try that? I think we're situated well to do 95 to 2000.
I mean, I would be a proper young child then, but I know some things.
Yeah, but
You know,
we have to leverage it to what
Eurovision
this
is
couch.
eternal.
That's true. All right. 1995 to 2000, are we agreed?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can always lean on Josie knowing the Eurovision winner.
Well, it only works if it's in May.
That's true. Here we go.
Okay, the 8th of October, 1997.
Oh.
Right.
Could there be a Tony Blair thing around that time?
Yeah, so that's Blair's Labour in 97, but that would have been much earlier in the year,
Before we
wouldn't
start
it?
giving answers away, who's going first?
Oh, yeah.
Are we taking it in turns? If we go first and then the chat goes second this time?
Well, it takes them so
Yeah.
long to answer. I've given them the means to start answering.
They can start
But we'll
brainstorming.
nominally go first. We'll nominally go
If
first.
they knew the exact date as well, it would take even longer, wouldn't it?
Right. So here's some things that I can remember from when I was in my 3rd year at private school. I can remember the death of is it John Cale from the Velvet Underground? I think died around then. I can remember the comic book Preacher being published.
I'm
Oh.
going to say Deftones released Around the Fur in the
That's nice. That's
third
nice.
of that year.
Do you know who the Eurovision winner was as well? It was the UK.
It was, but that was in May.
Yeah, Eurovision's in
All
spring.
right,
We
I'm
can
not
do better
suggesting
than
it's a
that.
good answer.
I think chat have got a strategy.
Yeah.
Chat are now actually learning how to play, so we're really going to have to up our game here.
John Cale's still alive.
How old is a child that's in year 6? What age range is that?
10, 10
or
11?
That's 11, yeah.
So if I was born in 1989, then what year would I be in 1987? Then that means
I think I was in year 6 in 1997, and you're younger than me.
You'll be year 5. Because
year
you're
5.
What Nintendo are we on? Go from there. That's a really good.
Well, it would have been just on the turn. It would have been just the release of the N64 would have been around that time, wouldn't it? Just coming if
Yeah.
it wasn't quite.
Mighty Fighty's really run away with this storm.
Great Storm.
Are they looking at Great Storm?
Luna
Okay.
has tried desperately. There was a
Oh.
big storm, the Great Storm.
It's not the Michael Fish one, is it? There could have been a different.
There was one in 1987.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that was the Great Storm was in
Great Storm was
87, so I think
Right.
we're onto a winner here.
We don't need to do well. We don't need
which
to
case
do
do we
well.
just say Princess Diana died?
We just need to toe it in now. They've absolutely
it just needs to be
fucked
something in the
it.
90s. Vincent Dex, let's get ready to rumble.
Absolutely. Who was it who did that? That was all. Oh, well, Great was Mighty. Yeah, it was all Mighty. No one can stop Mighty. Mighty.
It
must
was
have a
Mighty
keyboard.
Fighty Shushbugs. There isn't even a bum there.
No, this is the Great Storm, isn't it? This is.
I'm going to take that you mean the Great Storm. I'm not going to look for the closest storm to this date to help you.
just bad
If you
weather.
put in just Storm, but it says Great right there, so I have to take that.
Or are we talking about a really good issue of the X-Men where Storm really made an impact?
Should we just say The Matrix came out and then we just win?
Or, I mean, 1997, 100% was when Princess Diana died.
Yeah, just say Diana died. Should we just say Diana died and win?
And Tony Blair, Prime Minister. There's probably something about Battenberg cake in there.
I think I had a.
I mean,
I might have had a good answer for this, but I don't need it now.
I
What
think
was your
the
good
chat was
answer?
saying about Diana's
I think a
funeral.
British guy broke the land speed record. 1997,
Oh, no.
towards the end of 1997.
Bluebird 2 or 3 or Blackbird.
that would
what
have
was
been
it
that would
called?
have been in like the 70s or whatever. But it was like a recent version of that. I can remember doing it at school, like it was a school thing. We didn't break the land speed record at school, just to cover, but you know.
Oh, this was also another thing I've remembered from my 3rd year at school was Father Ted, Dermot Morgan, died.
Yeah.
Because I can remember we made a shrine for him.
Perfect.
I think
That's
that was
just
May
after
as well
Princess
that he
died.
died. Was it just after Princess Diana died?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
after Princess died because I can remember making jokes about how we were more devastated that Father Ted had died than Princess died.
Oh.
That's
So I think it's either late 97 or early 98.
I think we do. Honestly, I think we steal the idea of Diana's funeral from the chat
we're
because she
wasting
definitely
time.
died that year, and her funeral would have been later in the year.
She died in the
Wasting time.
summer.
It just needs to be an
Definitely.
event of the 1990s. Something from
Yeah, either way, it's
1964.
closer than the Great Storm.
And I want Diana's funeral on the timeline. I want it on that.
Or a
for it to
90s.
be
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
I'm on board with
So
that.
I'm
Let's
saying
Diana on
Diana's
that
death.
timeline.
Okay.
Not the
so-
death, the funeral, yeah?
Death, the funeral. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
absolutely.
works.
Okay, so firstly, let's look at when was the Great Storm.
The Great Storm of 1937.
Bread Santa, this is not an argument against talking. It's an argument against you all agreeing on the wrong answer and locking it in.
It's good. It's good because they're revolving. They've got talking. You just also need to do a bit of listening.
No, but they didn't talk. That was the problem. Everybody stopped and just let Mighty Fighty Shushbugs get on with it.
If you'd gone second and picked an event 10 years away from the date, it's not gonna have helped, is it?
What date was the Great Storm? It was in 1987, as apparently you all know. So,
I mean, I can remember a tree falling through my dad's work van.
on what date was Princess Diana's funeral? The syntax is question mark position character. September 6th, 1997. So we did pretty well.
Yeah. I'm quite curious about when Dermot Morgan died, because I'm pretty sure that was 1997.
I think Jesse's right, yeah.
I think it was the end of 97-ish, because of how close it was to Princess Diana.
Morley says 98.
Get thinking about what date range you want.
I think I'm just going to look up in my spare time. Dermot Morgan.
Yeah, actually, there is nothing to stop us just looking things up ourselves, is there? Thank God.
Oh, 28th of February 1998. Okay.
Yeah, Baldy was
Baldy was
right.
right.
Okay.
Start
Still
thinking
would
about
have
what
beat the
date
Great
range you
Storm,
want.
Jason, to be fair. Yeah, what do we want, Josie? Josie's.
Are we going for more kind of ones where we're going to make educated guesses, or ones where we're going to make stabs in the dark? I kind of enjoy stabs in the dark personally.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm happy to go back into history again.
Do you know what would be the best of both worlds? A
future
huge day range. So you could get either.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just do
2000 BC to
BCE.
2012.
BCE.
Please.
Right, let's go now till the start.
What, the
Do
Big
the
Bang?
Yeah.
I think it's going to get very hard once we get so far back that the date, even like the year, becomes
I would say even if we're going back,
that's
it becomes tricky, doesn't it? Yeah, Imperial Living makes a good point, Sean. Have you looked up Storm Brackets Great?
When was Storm
Hang on, I'll do
Great?
it. I'll do it. Storm Brackets. It's just going to be weird syntax, isn't it? Is there a Storm Greta? There was a Storm Greta.
Yeah, if only you put that in.
No, it still can mean Great Storm of 1987. I think Storm Greta's even further longer back than that.
Yeah, 1978.
There we go.
Says here.
Oh, the Great Storm happened on the year the first Chocolate Yuzu was released.
There's a cause and effect.
We would never have known that were it not for this game.
Were it not for this timeline, this is a resource.
It's good to see that you're meeting your educational mandate, Sean.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to pitch
Do you
this
think
to
that
Twinkle.
it was? Do you think the wind affected something at the factory, and that's what invented the Yazoo? Like blew a chocolate bar over into some.
It knocked some chocolate into a milkshake.
Yeah.
Knocked a cow into a galaxy bar.
Which in
I
turn
think for the,
caused Diana's
for the
death.
for the sake of posterity, can this be described as the Storm Brackets Great?
Yeah, you're right. No, because then we'd have to give them the point, wouldn't we? Oh, no, you're right. The date is still wrong.
It's still 10 years ago. You could do the Great Storm, aka Storm Brackets Great.
No, that's now the main name. The main name is Storm Great.
Yeah.
Have you decided on a date range?
Are we just going to go like
go super wide?
Let's go for a really broad one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is a really broad one?
Are we doing like 0 to 2000 or more than that or less?
Should we include some BCE?
Minus 1000 to plus 2023. That's about as broad as it.
Yeah, God, that's pretty broad, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
that's the
quite broad,
entire
isn't it?
game. Let's do it.
I mean, it does mean, as much as we're like, oh, well, it could throw up some modern stuff, it's not going to.
Not going to.
Okay. Random date between 1000 BCE and now.
Yeah, does your date... Oh, hello. 7th of March, minus 465.
465.
Oh, God.
I mean, perfect, given that that date format would not have existed then.
Okay, I think in fairness to them, they actually answered first twice in a row. So we need to answer and lock our answer in before I give it to them.
Okay, that's fine.
Jinkies, okay.
God.
Is the wrecked car above Diana's funeral a random choice? No.
Sean, can I make a quick programming question about your date generator?
Oh, yes, it's not going to be as sophisticated as anyone would hope. You'll never see the 31st of anything.
Well, my query was, does it think that there is a year between 1 and 1?
Does it think there's a year between 1 and 1?
Yeah, 1 BCE and 1 CE. Does it think there's a naught?
Oh, it will, yeah. We just have to...
I just remember that being... That was a like a classic gotcha riddle, was if someone is born in 50 BCE and dies in 50 CE, how old are they? And it's 99 because there's no year 0.
No, that it wouldn't. I don't know. I think probably it would. Yeah. Is it 3-0 to Couch? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Hopefully, us answering first and giving all of our reasoning before you get to answer.
Oh yeah. We just tell them.
I do actually want you guys to win.
I think I want them to win.
You don't want them to win?
No, I think I'm fine with them winning. Hey, what was around then?
So we're talking ancient Greece, ancient Rome. We're talking about
we're specifically talking about like the Persian Wars would have been around this time.
Thermopylae.
Persian Wars, I like.
Tell you what I was thinking was the Battle of Marathon.
See, you're all battly. I'm all arty. I'm thinking about was Sophocles and Aristotle around then?
Weren't there parts of ancient Egypt around this time as well?
Yeah,
a lot of.
I know ancient Egypt's a long.
Huge.
It's huge. Yeah, could be another Cleopatra one.
I think someone like Confucius, if you wanted an art person, I reckon this is around the time of Confucius.
This is the Axial Age, right? People start. People start writing stuff down.
I think Thermopylae or Battle of Marathon would be good answers.
So I'm thinking
Confucius being
those
born
are
or
good.
dying.
I'm thinking like some of the earliest plays are from about this time.
I think Giles Brandreth was born about then.
When's the Hippocratic Oath guy?
Hippocrates.
Hippocrates.
Right?
Yeah, there's also Galen. Maybe he's a little bit later.
Could well be, yeah, I don't know.
He's like the next big medical guy after Hippocrates. Hippocrates was like dead wrong and believed in, elements. But then Galen actually like learned how the nervous system worked and stuff like that. He'd open up bits of dead pigs and stimulate nerves to see what they do. He was the first useful doctor.
The one thing that I definitely know is like out of range, but might be helpful, is Hypatia of Alexandria, after whom I am named, died in about 350 BC. So that's when the Library of Alexandria fell. So was the Library of Alexandria created around this time?
Good question. Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
I mean, that's the one definite thing I know is 350 BC is Hypatia.
In the chat, a lot of clues.
I have no idea. Should we just pick? Does anyone got a good feeling about anything?
I think a lot of the things we've said. So like the battles were probably good. I think Josie said like Socrates or Hippocrates being born would be good ones.
I like the sound of this Frankenswine.
I think Socrates might have been later, though.
Well, maybe. I don't actually know.
Who was the teacher of Socrates?
No, Socrates was the teacher of Plato.
Yeah, so I think that's what I mean. I think Plato's later and Socrates is about now.
There are people who come before Socrates, like Anaximander and people like that. That's like the earliest philosopher I can think of. I think he believes that the heavens are a bunch of cylindrical fire cylinders.
Who's that? I like this
Anaximander.
fire cylinder vibe.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I like this guy. Yeah.
But I don't know because these guys aren't known about very well. We're going back into like there just
you're
was
also
a
in the
guy
murky,
for
you're
a
in
while.
You're in a murky thing as well, where they're probably not going to have a confirmed date of birth.
Do you know what does seem to be confirmed? I was looking some other stuff up for timeline reasons, and they always know when the Olympiads are. So they're looking for records that connect people to the Olympiads, and then they like claim birth and death ranges around that.
That is how a lot of the dating is done. Yeah, that's why I thought Battle of Marathon is probably this century.
And it could be useful because a battle people will definitely know. I know by the time we get to Plato and then Aristotle, we're going to know things more definitely because everyone's writing stuff down. But before that,
I've just because of what Baldy's just put in the chat, it has made me think: do we want to replicate the Biff Tannen meeting in Back to the Future? Do we have when did Bill and Ted meet Socrates?
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a fun answer, even if we're a million years out.
But hang on, does Bill and Ted give a year? Do they show a year in their time machine?
It must.
It's when Socrates. It's when Socrates is grey haired, so it's going to be Socrates in his 40s or 50s.
Yeah, so we'll determine what was the last century that Socrates was alive for, and place it in the middle of that.
Yeah, if we find his rough date of birth and
Baldy has
50.
the T-shirt. The T-shirt has the years on it.
We've got to lock this in then, because Baldy will be able to dominate in the chat if he's got Bill and Ted.
Yeah, we're locking it in. We've claimed it. We've claimed it.
If it gets wrong, though, then he won't do it.
Okay. We're claiming when Bill and Ted met Socrates. Now you can't have that. That's ours. Really close. Question:
I bet it's wrong. I bet it's far off.
7th of March, 465 BCE. We turn it over to you.
I mean, it's a T-shirt.
I think we've messed this up.
I mean, to be fair, we're doing very well so far.
Whether or not we've messed it up, we have established that there is going to be an entry for Bill and Ted meet Socrates.
Yeah.
So in many ways, everybody wins from this.
Yes.
You say Bread Santa is unusually keen on winning today. Appreciate it. Bread
Santa appears to be entirely dominating.
He can't answer me because he's typing in the full answer.
Now what? Philosophize with him.
Okay, well, this is the strategy they used last time, and it didn't work out very well for them then.
Have they nominated Bread Santa to type?
I think this is a good answer.
Well, no, he's just gone for it.
Well, everybody needs to lock it first.
Our chat possibly bored them. Well, Bread Santa could lock
Bread
it on
Santa
his own by just typing it 5 times.
Yeah, Bread Santa could just lock
Oh,
it on
here we
his
go.
own.
Here we go.
Oh God.
The gates have opened.
Socrates.
Jambers, Frame Spanner, and Aeocrates, Babo.
4.
Yes, it's the AO Crates barbecue.
Luna very, very astutely wants to know what date appears on this shirt. 411 BC.
Do you know what?
Okay, thank you, Baldy.
That's not bad.
pretty
That's not
good.
bad.
That's not bad.
But
That's
then if they're aiming for Socrates born, that's going to be spot on, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I think.
Yeah, but they've not said
Oh,
Socrates
yeah.
born, they've said Socrates boy.
Lock it
Can we
in.
lock in Socrates boy?
Lock him boing. Lock him boing.
Socrates boring.
Bong. Socrates bong. Okay.
Okay. Bill and Ted meet Socrates.
We know the answers now, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, we know the T-shirt confirmed answers.
Well, the T-shirt's the only decent source we have. Bill and Ted meet Socrates. There we go. That's a nice picture.
I'm happy to see the chat get one on the board.
Okay, so we've got 411 BCE.
Bread Santa's done for the evening.
In what year was Socrates born?
Yeah, Red Keo has pointed out that 1994 is a more accurate date.
That's not what's on the T-shirt.
TYBS in the chat.
Socrates was born in 470 or 469 BC.
Oh, damn you, chat.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Very, very,
Very
well
good.
done.
Although I feel they were riding on our coattails.
Well, they're allowed to. And we definitely did a little bit in
I mean,
the past.
we did that last time. Yeah.
Baldy wants to know when the Peloponnesian War was. I tell you, you can Google things on your own, Baldy, and just tell us.
Okay, so for your date range, I'll just give you some numerical questions. So, numerical question 1: what do you want your minimum year of your date range to be?
Yeah, you did well, Brad Santa. Well done.
For these, you can put in the slightly different syntax: question mark, plus or minus, then 1, 10, 100, 1,000, or 10,000. Maybe it does accept higher multiples of 10. We don't have any future dates on the timeline yet.
War.
Year 10 billion, locked in.
431 to 404.
Minus 1,000.
Oh, that's so annoying and so hard to get rid of now. Ugh, no, that's okay. I'm going to
Red. Oh my god.
What you need to do is tick it up to the highest significant figure and then remove all of it. Hello, Hazel. Before the next one goes, I'm going to remove the higher ones from there. That's too high.
Maybe Red's really confident.
We've gone early now.
Hang on, what's that number?
That's going to be hard. That's going to be hard.
Is that older than the...
We're minus
it's
1 billion.
Be pre the Earth.
Minus 1 billion, guys. Get your thinking caps on. What year of school were you in minus 1 billion?
Yeah. I think I was... Hang on, what? How old are you in year 2? Okay, what year of school were you in 8... Hang on, what's that for? 89 million. I know, we're back. It was good to let the chat have one.
We didn't let them have one. We just lost.
That is at least possible. Yeah, but it's good to see. This is a fun.
It's good to see, isn't it? It's good to see.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Minus 9. It's good.
I mean, I genuinely know one date from in the kind of 100 million years ago range. So if we ever do go back that far,
is it from the Back to the Future animated series?
No, it's from a song I wrote about Pangea.
Oh,
are you the source?
No. I researched when
I see.
Pangea was about. Yeah.
Are you suggesting that Josie's from Pangea?
Oh, yeah, Josie's the source of Pangea.
I think we're all a bit older in this on this couch.
Although I do have a black spot between about 10 million and 9 million years ago.
Yeah, what
My glory years.
the invention of alcohol.
I'm going to no longer allow these gigantic integers. I think that was a mistake.
In a way, it's mad they were ever included.
I thought if I didn't list them on the syntax, no one would know. It would be my secret for at least a couple of months. 10,000 is now the highest.
3 years of this. You don't know us by now.
Yeah, the ultimate stress test.
This really is a test of stress.
I
don't know. I just trust you guys.
Yeah,
That's very sweet, Sean, but you shouldn't.
I think
Well,
we're
not
to blame.
anymore. Okay, so your minimum is going to be minus 1009. Numerical question. What maximum year do you want for your year range?
What happens, and this is a possibility, isn't it? If the
we're just doing the range.
is lower than the low number.
It's still a range. It's just a range with the order
done it.
reversed.
You're going to make
you're
that
right.
very hard. You're going to make that very hard with 0 to minus 1,000.
That's what we had last time. That's better.
Well, we
That's
all
better. Yeah,
struggled.
we've got one. Yeah, you are asking them to pick the future, Sean. They're almost definitely going to pick the date.
If we get the future, we both just make guesses as to what's going to happen in those years, and then we have a Schrodinger's point until that date is released.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
right. Yeah,
the
that
point
one
is
just
held,
goes on
yeah.
notepads. Yeah, that just goes on notepads. We'll all just regather in 8063 or whatever.
Yeah, we put both of the guesses in a safe deposit box and we return when we're ancient.
Very much like a tontine.
Yeah, I was thinking of a tontine. Yeah, with the flying hellfish or whatever.
Is that like Time Team?
In a way,
It's when
yes.
You do a thing that you, and the last survivor gets the thing.
Quite often for like Nazi gold, I think.
It is almost always Nazi gold. Yeah.
It's correct syntax, Chris, but you want to put spaces between the question mark, the plus, and the figure. There's one lock. It's a very narrow date range from minus 1009
Someone knows
BCE.
the date from the
Oh no! God's sake.
Okay, so
I'll be honest, this isn't what I thought they'd do.
I think this is a very poor decision.
I'm not sure we've ever been able to predict what they'll do.
No.
No, that's
I
true.
don't
No,
think they're
welcome
able
to
to predict
SpongeBob.
what they'll do while they're doing it.
No, that's right.
Okay.
I'm clear that this isn't what they thought they'd do.
You're going to have a random date between minus 1009 and minus 898. I gave you the idea is that you get to pick the date range, so you can pick something that advantages you. Maybe it will.
You had all of history.
Okay, the 1st
What's it
of
gonna be?
August,
1st of August.
995 BCE. Okay.
995.
Oh
Probably a bank
no.
holiday.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
1st of
it's their turn to
August.
answer first, is it, Sean? Is that before we start saying things?
Last time we went first, so this time they can go first.
Yeah, it's their turn to go first.
Question: what happened around the 1st of August 995 BCE?
We know
I'm
when
intrigued as what they're going to write.
I don't want to say anything, do I? I don't want to say anything. I
Of course,
know
Sean. If anyone's
so
Don't show your hand, Sean.
If anyone's a
See those
believer
cards
in
close to your
the
face.
if anyone's a believer in one of my favourite conspiracy theories, the phantom time hypothesis,
Oh,
they
I
will say
am.
nothing
I
happened.
am.
Nothing happened.
I do not think my timeline is going to accept the phantom time hypothesis, though. So it could be more.
I'm interested to learn about this. Is this something you can talk about, or would it be showing your cards?
No, I don't think it would. There's a belief that some of the Holy Roman emperors added about 200 years to the calendar so that their coronation would fall on a more numerically significant date. Is it something like that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they wanted to be the rulers at the turn of the millennium because they thought they'd be remembered by history.
Yeah,
is the idea. I mean, there's almost no evidence for it. It's just a sort of idea.
You are between, yes, Socrates, in terms of the timeline, and I guess I should make some space on the timeline now for these new events. You were between the birth of Socrates and the Beaker folk arriving onto the landmass that would later be called Britain.
Nice. But quite a long way from, there's quite a lot of time between those things,
Oh, yeah.
isn't there?
Yeah, yes, many, 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 many lifetimes. Yeah, I think the Roman Empire, the Greek. I mean, from what I'm not going to tell you anything. Why am I helping?
Right, yeah.
Look at them. No one's got a single character in. Everyone's
No, because
talking.
they're hedging their bets now.
They're sharing what they know. This is it. This is so good.
They're becoming sentient.
Like playing Spore.
We're not just teaching people how to fish. We're giving them the means to think about the process by which fish teaching is taught.
It's like that Google engineer who thought he saw general intelligence in a large language model. But actually, they're just predicting the next character that sounds right.
Yeah, predictive text. And he was the
You chose this date range. You chose this date range.
This is funny.
You chose this.
That emoji with it as well.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It feels like they've
Sadness occurred on this day.
Is this the Great Depression?
First one.
first emoji.
Yeah. First human recorded sad.
Yeah, can you ask ChatGPT when the first human was recorded?
Having a
When
big
was the
sad
first
sad.
Yeah, give it full calendar date. Well, we shouldn't yet because we need to pick ours. So we.
So hang on, but we have to work out what their answer is going to be, don't we?
Yeah, the first person to be sad.
That's what they go. That's their answer.
Luna's goading us to do any better.
Thinking about from history, right?
As well as
we can basically choose anything.
I have one vague idea from around. Oh, sorry, Ed, if you've got something.
That's all I have. Is I think it's about roughly the start of the Iron Age, but
okay.
I think the kind of this probably isn't the right term for them, but the very famous Jewish kings are probably about 1,000 years before Jesus.
I was yeah. See, I was going
biblical.
I was thinking David and Goliath.
Yeah, something like that. Of course, that won't have a date, will it? Because that.
Are we talking?
I mean,
can we think of the names? King David.
King David was a legit guy.
Yeah. I was thinking King Solomon because I know he's real.
And there would King David was real.
Ethiopia was invented because that's one of those guys, isn't it? Was the king of Ethiopia? Was one of the first.
The founding of Ethiopia, because Ethiopia is not a city, right? It's a nation state.
It's a
nation. I think there was the first king of Ethiopia was crowned, but I think that would have been King Solomon or someone. So you could have King Solomon dies.
I think, the death of a king
also
is something that's likely.
We really are. We're conferring a lot.
We're playing against someone who has given up.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, what do you want? Death of King Solomon or Death of King David? Because they'll win by stint of being an event.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing.
I'm going to hold. Afterwards, I would love us to check if there is a canonically established date that allegedly David slew the giant Goliath, But
Yeah,
because
that would
that's
be
not because that's a fictional thing, I will
that
defer.
could be as tenuous as First Human Sad.
But
Right.
I like
It was
the
Goliath.
idea of David killing Goliath on the timeline because I don't know why I like
Yeah,
fictional things
I
being
do,
on there.
actually.
Yeah. That's. I'm fine with that. If we can find a date for
We
it,
can
I'll
have,
stick it
we
on.
can have fictional things on the timeline.
Yeah, we've got a few fictional things already on the timeline. It wouldn't be the first.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
so Death of King Solomon or Death of King David?
I'm happy to go with David slaying Goliath. The death of Goliath.
Well, no, because if it turns out there just isn't a date and there's nothing going on,
I would go for Solomon.
Yeah,
that would be a draw, though, wouldn't it? Because they haven't got one either. So the worst that we're playing for is a draw if we go for something.
But,
unless we can
but
establish
it's an open
that
goal.
someone...
Why should we play for a draw when there's an open goal? Why we're like, okay, the worst we could do is a draw, so let's not try.
Yeah, exactly. The other team haven't come out for the second half. They've stayed in the dressing room. Shall we score, or shall we just knock it about between ourselves for a bit?
Yeah.
Keep it 0-0.
On what date did King Solomon die?
Yeah, I'm down with Solomon there. Yeah,
He's definitely real. I think around this time. I reckon around this century.
no, David's real as well.
That's not
it's just
too
Goliath.
bad.
It's not good.
We've got well, I'll get rid of chat's answer. 931 BCE.
Ooh,
that's not bad. We did all right there.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I just did a brief. I just did a brief look up in the background. And King David establishes Jerusalem as the capital of the Kingdom of Israel in 998 BC.
998.
Yeah.
Jamba, surely that would have to be a smiley face and a sad face.
Well, no, the smiley face is comedy.
That would be comedy.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
I like that.
If it
invention of tragedy.
The earliest surviving tragic play.
Yeah.
That would have been the Bee Gees version, right? 4 Steps covered it.
Yes, Bee Gees first.
That would have been. This is going to be around the 70s.
1979, I think that one.
Okay, so I'm looking at when was the first tragic play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe the oldest surviving.
What is the oldest known tragic play?
I think
and it has to be tragedy, the disaster. It can't be like the first time there was a lot of people died in one place. It has to be like the birth of a genre.
I think actually, because they alluded to classical themes, didn't they? So they wouldn't have been classical, the tragedies.
Are people happy with the wording? What is the oldest known tragic play?
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
I'm guessing. Oh no!
I'd say it's a couple of hundred years before Shakespeare.
It's a nice try. The oldest known tragic play.
Aeschylus, yeah.
Aeschylus,
okay,
Persians,
Aeschylus, yeah, right.
472.
I suppose it wouldn't have been called a tragedy, but it would have been a tragic play.
I'm going to pop this on the timeline. This is going to be the last round for tonight, I think.
Can we also have a fact check on Goliath?
Oh yeah, of course. Let me just get Aeschylus in there.
Do I have ChatGPT?
Oh, Aeschylus would have been a good one for the previous date, wouldn't it?
Yes, incredibly good. And it has done so in 472. And I'll just try and get an image for that.
ChatGPT says it doesn't give a date, but it says the events described in the first book of Samuel are believed to have taken place during the time of the Israelite monarchy, which is generally estimated to be around the 11th century BCE. It doesn't have it.
ChatGPT says ancient civilization uncovers an artifact with the sad face symbol on August the 8th, 1997 BCE, representing sorrow and commemorating a great loss. It becomes a sympathy, empathy, and compassion. Sounds like it's hallucinating again. All right, last one. What do we want? What do we? I want to bring us.
Reliable being.
I want to bring us into current era, if we can, with this next date range, somewhere not dealing with.
Back up in the Lady Gaga era, as I believe it's known on the timeline.
Can we get back into
Lady
Gaga?
Can we just do the dates from Gaga's birth to her future death?
Actually, can we? If we're going to change the dating system from BC, can it be BGG and AGG for before and after Gaga?
We're going to have to recalculate all the numbers.
I'm not doing it.
It's a big job.
I like it conceptually. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the work of it. When was Lady Gaga born? Hang on, Bing can work all of this out. So,
1984, Lady Gaga.
Well, I want to do like a compound question. Right? When was Lady Gaga born? And if she lives the average age of a woman in America, what is the projected date?
I was thinking more just before and after, because it's not when Jesus died, is it? ED. Just after he was born.
No, I'm not. I'm not interested in your idea of anchoring Lady Gaga as the pivot point for all dates. I want to know our date range for the next round.
I'm okay. I'm fine. Yeah, why not, Sean?
Oh, 86.
With Luda here. 81.1 years.
Yes, that's more than I expected.
Yeah.
Okay, but assuming
He's born in 1986, we're
Lady
basically the same age.
Gaga,
He's achieved more than me.
So
someone is
61,
born
2067.
Time as Lady Gaga and lives 81.1 years. When
she was.
When will they die?
She was
Yeah,
born during the storm.
2067. I think more specifically, it'd be.
Okay,
it'd be like May 2067.
Not a cozy, Sean.
Yeah.
There we go. Definitely going to be in the future.
There we go. We've got a
May
perfect date.
23rd. Wow.
Random date generator.
Nailed it.
1986, right before the storm, in brackets, great. And ending on 2067. We don't have any protocol for dates that are in the future. We don't really know what happens then.
We have to pick
Oh God.
something that happened in a. We've picked events that happened in films, haven't we?
And equally, yeah. So we can films that are in the future
Fictional.
or things that are
Terminator,
guaranteed to happen, like passage of Halley's Comet, for example.
Or specific statistical projections about the future. Like
Yeah.
climate
Things
change
are in
and-
the future.
Okay.
Right, here we go.
2037. Right.
2037. Oh God.
We're going first this time.
We're going
Activity 9th of December 2037.
These are tricky, aren't they? What do we even do?
Our solar
talking about this?
Are solar eclipses normally done during the summer?
No, they can be any time of the year.
But I mean, like for summer in wherever you are in the Earth.
Another one you could have. I don't know the exact.
No, they
things,
can be
but-
any time.
When
Okay.
do things become public domain?
Oh, that's
Ooh.
interesting.
So 70
So
years
it's-
before that would be 67.
Well, the way
Like,
copyright is working now is that public domain only really works if the estate lapses on using it. So anything valuable that we're likely
Which
to
is
know
why
of,
Disney never stopped using things.
exactly, nothing will really fall into public domain in the future.
Don't do that then.
I think with something like this that's not that far into the future, you could say something like a climate change projection, like everyone's dead.
That's
What's the
More
pretty
than
depressing way
way to end.
end the stream. Yeah.
What's the length of time it takes the American government to release when they go, yeah, we did that? There's like a period of time, and then they go, yeah,
when
right,
they
that was us.
declassify CIA stuff.
Yeah, statute of limitations or whatever. Yeah.
How many years is that?
Well, I know. Hang on. I remember they released stuff about. Jesus, was it the coup in Iran? Was not that long ago.
Luna's got a good one. She shouldn't have given us. It's the 2036 Olympics.
Yeah, but not in the winter, unless it's the Winter Olympics.
Can we? Are we allowed to do? Are we allowed to do things that are like the centenary or something?
Oh, yes, it would be the centenary of something that happened in
Like
1937.
like the centenary of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs,
Yeah.
which I think was late
maybe.
30s.
That was 1937. I literally
Was
looked it up yesterday. I looked it up yesterday, but I can't remember the exact date.
I'm unwilling to allow it because it allows people to remember just other random dates and then just
Okay,
go,
no. That's why I was asking.
Anniversaries
It does
are
feel
allowed.
it feels unfair.
Same as
Presumably,
future
would that also
birthdays,
disbar something like the 17th annual Mall Vision?
Yeah, we could just say anything, couldn't we? Once you get to that.
No, there's no way the Moore Vision numbering will stay canonical.
Yeah, it'll start going to mall cubed and stuff like that. It will.
Yeah. Just for some reason, they'll just say there wasn't the 2027 one was the 2028 one or something.
Yeah, because someone won it while their region was the future.
Yeah, exactly.
So the numbering's forever destroyed.
Did we?
Oh God! SK having to do the flag.
Did we establish also that things becoming public domain is that like an anniversary or?
I think so. I think it's too close to it, and also I think just to add a bit of realism to it, I just think the public domain, nothing becomes public domain anymore because everything builds in a state that never allows the.
Well, Winnie the Pooh just became public domain.
Because it was but because it was made, but also, I think that was made by an estate that probably had more philanthropic. No philanthropic estates are being made with intellectual property now.
But if you think that like if Winnie the Pooh became public domain now, then something 15 years after the Winnie the Pooh would still likely. But it does still feel like an anniversary,
It's still
which
an
feels like
anniversary.
cheating.
I've got one that I think's in the decade. I think the International Space Station is going to be deorbited in the 2030s.
Ooh,
I'd take that. Something like that feels.
Yeah,
plausible.
space stuff feels.
That does have an
best.
exact date though that it's scheduled for, and that I think it's in the 2030s.
Also, I'm thinking things like because I'll allow fictional futures. I'll allow fictional events set in the future.
Oh, okay, yeah, film.
So I'm thinking like Asimov. No, Asimov wouldn't have set it so far in the future. I'm happy to go with your space station thing because I got nothing. You've said something.
Oh, I've got nothing else to be honest.
Should we put that in?
I saw a thing about that recently. I think it's it's sometime in the 2030s.
Okay, and the wording of it is the International Space Station is going to be deorbited.
It's scheduled for deorbiting. Yeah.
Deorbitation. Okay, well that's ours. And what's yours? What will happen around the 9th of December 2037 that is in some way provable or look upable but isn't an anniversary?
I don't know about the 2036 Olympics thing. Or I'm not sure 2036 is an Olympic year, is it? It might be a World Cup year. Even then, is that?
No.
I suppose it's scheduled.
2036 would be an Olympic year because 2000
the 2020 Olympics didn't happen in 2020, did it? So that would have been we would have had to correct the point if this had been, we've been holding this quiz in 2010 or something. We'd have had to take that one back. It would have been the real tragedy of COVID.
It's messed up my quiz.
Yeah.
I think
No, I
something
don't
like
think-
Olympics falls in a middle ground. It is sort of an anniversary, but it also is a definite event in its own right.
Yeah.
So I think I'm leaning towards accepting the Olympics.
My spaceship, Brett Santa. I
What if
suppose
your
it is
spaceship blows
scheduled
up
in the
tomorrow?
same way.
Then tomorrow I'll dock the point, but today
I'm happy
we'll
to-
win.
I'm happy to take the. I'm happy to take the L. If it just falls down, I'll personally apologise to you, Brett Santa.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, I think we got a
So I've
smiley
just-
face come
Although,
in.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. If
Instant
the
loss.
spaceship blows up tomorrow, I know who my top suspect is.
I don't know what's happening over there.
Three.
It's like a relaxed face sticking its tongue out.
It's the number 3. 32.
32p.
22p.
Yeah,
Coin
32p.
introduced.
Is this like a
new
is this a
coin.
meteor that's going to hit the Earth?
No, it's what a pound's worth with inflation between now and then.
That's good. The 32p coin introduced.
I actually think with the exchange rate, 32p.
Luna's right. Yeah, that is 50 cents.
Yeah.
Won't get you much in the candy shop.
That's why he's never made it. Well, that's not true. He's not
32
big in the
billion,
UK. He's
wow.
popular in the UK. 32 billion.
So
Is that the
Is that like
predicted
the world
population?
population is
Yeah.
scheduled to reach 32 billion.
I'm just looking up stuff that's it's to do with 2037. There's some interesting things. I'm not going to obviously say anything, but
are you surprised by how many things are known to happen in 2037?
well, there's very little. It's known, and there's a few expected
Kind
things.
of expected things.
I'm willing to accept expected things if it's written down somewhere that it's expected.
Okay. And also, the thing that's most surprising is that there's a film called 2037, so it really messed up
Right.
my
Search
search.
then, yeah.
So I
Oh,
think they're
that's a
writing
good
out
one.
32-bit day, but I don't know what that is. I saw discussion of it.
Bit date.
Oh, is
There
it
was
like
a good-
counting in seconds from the year 0, which doesn't exist, but in a kind of binary date format?
Oh, right. Well,
It's like the next. It's the
numerical
next
day.
millennium bug. It's the next millennium bug.
I've got a good one for
Oh.
2036 now. That's a good event.
So that'll be
Yeah,
when there's an
it's the highest
overflow.
you can get a date if you're storing it in 32 bits.
Oh,
Yeah,
so there
that's
is going to
it.
be
It's
another
the
millennium
32-bit
bug in our
date, yes.
lifetime.
Well,
Yeah,
we
I
haven't
think
yet
we've got
established when that date is. But chat certainly thinks so.
I think that's a
Right.
genuinely great punt by chat.
But also, it's a known thing, right? If you know the figure
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
is, you know the figure that is.
Look, it's a great pun, or they've
Oh, I've just looked it up. It's a.
Or they've
it's a-
googled it. Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good. It's a
It
good
is
one.
good.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a little look. When is the 32-bit date?
I think you want to look at Unix time failing.
Well, then let's just see if Bing understands this question.
I just googled 32-bit date.
Yeah,
Some
I did as
imbecile.
well.
Okay, the maximum representable date is Tuesday, the 19th of January, 2038.
38.
That's
Wow. That's
Pretty
really good.
That's incredible. That's really good.
WDC in the chat once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baldy, you've absolutely destroyed this. Okay, I think we've lost this one.
Before we get that from a T-shirt.
Yeah. From a convention board, he just owns a good range of historical T-shirts.
When is the International Space Station due to be deorbited? I think we're going to take the L on this one.
It's early in 2030. Do you know? I think it's considering I pulled it out of nowhere. I think it's pretty close.
Conversely, will we be able to produce T-shirts from the timeline?
It's 2031.
Oh.
Not bad, but it's no 32-bit date, is it?
No.
It's nice to get the first events occurring in the future, though, which means I will actually need to extend this line, which I thought I wouldn't need to worry about once it hits the present.
You would have thought once it hit the present day, you were just extending it one day at a time, but no.
Yeah, I thought, oh, just a pixel for every day, but no. We're just fully in the future now. Okay, so when's that due to happen? 2031. What date? Surely they plan a date.
I think there will be a date planned.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like something you wouldn't have be vague. January. I'll take that. January.
Yeah, January.
2031.
I think it would probably be arranged because they'd wait on the weather and stuff, wouldn't they?
International Space Station deorbited.
I have planned place to crash it. The sea.
I was after we'd locked in our answer. I was cruising various fictional timelines, and I did discover that the underwhelming Disney feature film Meet the Robinsons.
Yes, I thought this as well. Yeah,
which is an adequate Disney film.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I also saw, according to Wikipedia, in 2037, the Oxford English Dictionary is expected to publish its completed revised third version.
That's good.
And
they take their time, don't they?
And the world population is expected to reach 9 billion around this time.
It's going to be a big seller, that dictionary then.
That's too many people.
Oh, Sean, I thought you were going to type Millennium Bug 2 32-bit Boogaloo. Very disappointed.
Mighty Mighty's gone due to Detch's 103rd birthday, which is a good
date.
Punt.
Limit. Just need an image. Yeah, that'll do. Don't know what that exactly
What
is
image
depicting.
do we think we're going to get? The graph, nice.
Yeah, a graph. That feels suitable.
What date were we aiming for in December 2037 originally?
The 9th of December.
The 9th?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you'd let me have the 100th anniversary of Snow White, that would have been the 21st of December.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
That would have been good.
But I understand the judge's decision there.
Gotta keep the game pernickety, fiddly, hard, and impossible.
The centenary, like a remake with the 107 dwarves. It's going to be released.
Most of them are played by 2 Dalmatians stood on each other's shoulders.
I think they'd have to have already started playing that film now just to come up with the dwarf names. You've got to get to 107.
Someone who's registered an account called Jennifer Mars has really done a lot of comments. YouTube 50 Cent is the only
Jennifer
event.
Mars?
It could well be. Jennifer Mars has also put their birth in, so they were born between the Storm Great and the first Chocolate Yazoo sometime in 1987.
Whoever's doing this is a very good bit.
It is a funny bit. Not thought about Jennifer Mars in a while.
If you are out there, Jennifer, sorry.
Luna has commented the Royal Game of Here we have Halloumi doing a sad face. And Benoft has said without a water slide. We've come to the end of tonight's competition. I'm afraid, even though you have done incredibly well, chat, and you have snatched defeat from the jaws of defeat, I have to constantly shift everything, so your comments never make any sense. That's just one of the ways in which I unfairly. Oh, and Jennifer Mars has, on top of an image of the Great Pyramids, put the comment, "Ambassador, you're really spoiling us," which I think is very funny. There's nothing left to do but to run through all the events on the timeline so far, which each stream actually starts getting way more
Can
difficult.
we do it with the top of the pops bet, that chart bet?
This is like the list of Patreon supporters at the end of a YouTuber's.
Yes.
You're going to get to the
That's
point where you say,
fountain
"I'm sorry,
seems
guys. I'm
occurring.
so grateful for your support, but it's got to a point where I can't read out all of your names because it's longer than the video that it precedes." So
It
they're
is
just going to
getting
scroll
there.
past really quickly.
Yeah, here it is in tiny text.
Yeah.
I love the idea of the Patreon user called Cleopatra Voluntary Dies by Asp.
Okay. In 2560 BCE, the Great Pyramids are completed. In 2471 BCE, the Beaker folk arrive onto the landmass later called Britain. In 931 BCE, King Solomon dies. In 472 BCE, Aeschylus Persians. The first tragedy is performed. In 469, Socrates is born. In 411 BCE, Bill and Ted meet Socrates. In August the 11th, 30 BCE, Cleopatra voluntarily dies by asp.
CVDA in the chat.
Yeah, CVDBA for Cleopatra voluntarily dies by asp in the chat. On 36 AD, Bifurcus Antanani encounters Marty McFly and Doc Brown. On May the 8th, 1429, Joan of Arc joins the Battle of Orleans. On November the 6th, 1429, Henry VI is crowned. You can see there. Very, very little guy. Incredibly small. Oh, no, he's kneeling. He's kneeling. Small, but not quite as small as I first thought. On August the 11th, 1919, the Green Bay Packers are formed by Curly Lambeau and George Whitney Colquhoun. On the 30th of December, 1952, Albert Gunter jumps the Tower Bridge in a double-decker bus. On the 25th of April 1953, with the help of Rosalind Franklin, some guys discover DNA's double helix. On the 24th of April 1965, Terry Wogan marries Helen Joyce. On 1971, the first cream egg is sold in the EU. On January the 3rd, 1975, Thomas Bongleterre is born. On June 1975, Chris Akabusi takes his O-levels. On 1979, the first monster truck does a show. On June 25th, 1982, John Carpenter's The Thing is released. On the 1st of April, on 1 p.m. on April 1984, the first scene of 1984 takes place in the universe. October 26, 1984, The Terminator is released. In 1987, the first chocolate Yazoo is released. On October the 16th, 1987, Storm, in brackets, great. On September the 6th, 1997, Diana's funeral takes place. On February the 4th, 2004, and on February the 4th, 2004, Facebook is launched, and the 2003 Court of Appeals upholds Judge John Jerkins with regard to the case of the Kennick man. On May the 15th, 2004, the first episode of Strictly Come Dancing is aired. On March the 5th, 2005, 50 Cent's Candyland hits #1 in the US. On March 27th, 2005, Sweden's Melodifestivalen concludes. On June 29th, 2007, first
Melodifestivalen
is released. On April 8th, 2008, Lady Gaga releases debut single Just Dance. September the 10th, 2010, Big Brother stops airing on Channel 4. On June the 6th, 2011, Lady Gaga is recognised by the Council of Fashion Designers of America. On March the 30th, 2012, the Shard becomes the tallest building in the UK. On November 2013, Lady Gaga releases Art Pop. On August 28th, 2014, Obama wears a tan suit while calling for increased military presence in Syria to fight the Islamic State. On March 25th, 2015, El Miliband says, "Hell yes, I'm tussing us." June 2015, Huel is released. On January 31st, 2016, Terry Wogan dies. On October the 11th, 2022, the second reformation of Blink-182. On October the 26th, 2022, the Congress of Tamaulipas approves of same-sex marriage. On October 29th, 2022, I move to the Netherlands. In the future, in January 2031, the International Space Station will be deorbited, and on the 19th of January 2038, Millennium Bug 2, the 32-bit processor can no longer represent the date. Oof.
Beautiful.
I think
Wow.
I've got the year wrong on the storm.
Wow.
I've written Candy Shop wrong. That's why I gave you the commenting function.
We've got something to look forward to.
I'm going to keep that as Candyland, but I don't want.
I
Is
think
that
it's
date
funny
wrong?
to keep it as Candyland.
No. You got the date right for
I
the
got
storm.
date. They're just sore, aren't they? They're just sore about losing. I'm sorry a storm didn't come up and pick up Diana's funeral carriage. I'm sorry we won.
Are they suggesting that's what was blowing the car off course?
Yeah, that's why it took hours and hours to get her to the hole. We've also made stream history. We've had the first Triple Josie team.
Hooray! Hooray!
So Triple J's in the chat for both All Josie team and Just John Jerkins.
That is what happens when all three of us can join into a kind of Voltron. We are a kind of Judge John Jerkins Voltron.
Yeah, that's your Megazord.
Yes, absolutely.
And as well, spare some acronyms for E and P for Ed and Pete, who served as Ghost and Bouncer in tonight's team.
Thank you.
And some sad faces in the chat to commemorate one of the most surprising answers, and also for chat to mourn their loss at the hands of the couch. Far fewer minds, but far easier to just decide an answer. Halumi's put a comment here saying Candy Shop. I'm going to mark that as resolved. Delete it.
Take me to the candy land.
Thank you, everyone.
That almost went into Mana then.
Thank you to everyone who participated in tonight's stream. Best of luck to everyone in next week's competition, where I will have rearranged how the rounds work, and there'll be new faulty technology to allow that to take place.
That is true. Despite
I've done my best to update the feature guide.
There is just one every time. I come up with a round, I think that round's so good, I don't want to do the others anymore. And then I do it, and I think, there's pros and cons. I think in the long run...
Well, thank you very much, Sean. This is loads of fun.
Yes.
Do you like
Absolutely
it?
agree.
Is Infinite Timeline a good format, do you reckon? Do you think it will...
No, it's a banger.
Yeah, no, I really like this, yeah.
I'm surprised
All the formats it's had so far.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm surprised how popular it is. But
I am baffled that people want more of this, given it seems so... It's not only like difficult to participate, the subject matter is intensely pernickety.
Often quite boring, yeah.
It's boring for long stretches of time, and then you learn absolutely pointless bits of trivia, like King Solomon died on 931 BCE. Useless floating trivia. Nevertheless, it'll be back next
Promise is
Wednesday.
exactly what we come to this stream for.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Timeline is a very funny artifact as well.
The fact that the timeline just exists. Also, a weird side effect is going to be, I'm probably going to remember a few of these, and in years to come, I'll be like, why do I know that? Why do I know that the first cream egg was sold in 1971?
What else will happen is we'll get to the future events, and then you go, yeah, no.
Well, thank you all for playing. Congratulations to the couch for their well-deserved victory, and as well to the chat for doing their absolute best despite technical limitations I've imposed. However, what I will say is a tip for next time: nothing stops anyone switching teams. Nothing really keeps people where they are. The Discord's always open. People on the Discord can leave and go to the chat.
Everybody goes to the couch.
To be fair, King of Time tried it last time, and he got quite a lot of abuse from both couch and chat.
So he did still manage to do it. It's technically possible.
He did do it.
He did do it, yeah.
It's a social minefield that you may cross.
You'll make a lot of enemies. At the end of the
already
day,
had
this is what
enemies,
matters. I'll be taking this all the way to the bank.
I think the way to monetize it is to make one of those.
The feature guide.
I think a pub quiz machine of this game would work.
Standard format of Channel 5.
Endemol, I think, will absolutely drink this.
Endemol's down the road from me. I'll just take this to them.
There you go. Just pop it through the letterbox.
I'll
Introduce yourself to Mr. DeMol.
Yeah, I think it is Mr. DeMol.
DeMol and DeMol.
Jan DeMol.
Nigel.
Yeah.
Nigel DeMol.
Mol meet Maul. That's really
Endemol.
Yeah, the end of Maul.
Oh no.
All right, that was tonight's stream. Thank you again to our couch for providing all the intel, and for chat for providing this chaos. We'll be back next Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday. There's a puzzle game that's come out that's just meant to be hard as nails, and I thought I can't possibly play that without a lot of hand holding. So maybe we'll do that on Friday. In the meantime, I'm gonna look for someone to raid. If anyone knows anyone who's live, happy to go there. And if they don't, I'll just have a see who's about. See if anyone else is streaming Infinite Timeline.
Yeah.
Our Chicken Life
John
is
Jerkins
live.
on.
An old favourite.
Who? Sorry.
Our Chicken Life.
Chicken Life, yeah. Oh, anyone do anything better than an animal webcam? I'm happy to go there if nothing else comes out, but it's normally like a sort of an empty automated area. Bingo Live. Who's Bingo Live? Yeah. What's the username? What's the channel name? I think this is the real bingo crowd. Bingo Live.
It's a real bingo crowd.
This is a real bingo
Infinite
crowd.
Timeline, it's very much the sister game of bingo, isn't it?
I think, well, they aren't live. Oh, well, then I guess my answer to your question, can we play bingo live, is no.
No, we won't.
Thank you for asking.
This is the Alan Dean's big winks of bingo.
Wow.
They're supposed to be live 24/7. Aren't we all? Well, we've been to Wimpdork and Just Stevesy recently, and I like to try and share things around. We'll get Ashens is live with a quiz. What's the username? What about bingo? Yeah, whatever Luna's said is winning. I'm imagining it's in a different language. However, it's just time to raid, isn't it? So that's where we're going.
Egg.
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 Egg. Egg.
Egg.
Egg. Egg.
Egg.
Egg. Enjoy your bingo.
Egg.
This has been live for 15 hours.
Egg.
8.
Egg.
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 Good night.
Good night.
Supposed to be on TV time.
Egg.